The Character of Presuppositions. The philosopher Augustine noted that before humans can know anything, they must believe something. Whenever we think, we take some things for granted. All human beliefs rest upon other beliefs that we presuppose and accept without support from arguments or evidence. As the philosopher Thomas Morris explains, the most important presuppositions are the most basic and most general beliefs about God, man, and the world that anyone can have. They are not usually consciously entertained, but rather function as the perspective from which an individual sees and interprets both the events of his own life and the various circumstances of the world around him. These presuppositions, in conjunction with another, delimit the boundaries within which all other less foundational beliefs are held. Even scientists make important epistemological, metaphysical, and ethical assumptions. They assume, for example, that the knowledge is possible and that sense experience is reliable. Epistemology, that the universe is regular. Metaphysics, and that scientists should be honest. Ethics. Without these assumptions that scientists cannot justify within the limits of their methodology, scientific inquiry would soon collapse. Basic assumptions or presuppositions are important because of the way they often determine the method and the goal of theoretical thought. They can be compared with a train running on tracks that have no switches. Once people commit themselves to a certain set of presuppositions, their direction and destination are determined. An acceptance of the presupposition of the Christian worldview will lead a person to conclusions quite different from those who would follow a commitment to the presuppositions of naturalism. Paradigms. One purpose of this video is to help the listener recognize overlooked, unseen patterns of thinking that operate in and control much human thinking, including many of the philosophical theories we'll examine. I've talked about worldviews and the impact that presuppositions have upon such conceptual systems. Another relevant factor is sometimes discussed under the label of paradigms. A paradigm is a habitual way of thinking. In a sense, every worldview is composed of many smaller paradigms. A worldview, in other words, is a collection of paradigms. Paradigms provide boundaries. They act as filters that screen data, namely data that do not meet the expectations connected with the paradigm. Paradigms filter information produced by our experiences. They emit data that fit the paradigm and filter out data that conflict with the paradigm. The outdated Ptolemaic model of the solar system functioned as a paradigm for centuries. Copernicus' new model, placing the Sun at the center of our solar system, met enormous opposition at first. Much of that opposition came from the power that the old way of thinking, the old paradigm, had over the minds of many influential people. Of course, not all paradigms are as big as our model of the solar system. People are subject to the influence of many kinds of paradigms in the matter of race, religion, and other areas of life and thought. In our next video, we will be looking at our personal considerations, how we, through our own lens, through our own presuppositions, view the world.